What is going on, guys? We are back with another video, and we are doing a rebuild of the New York Giants, realistically, and that was a weird stroke start. I think this should be a decent team to rebuild. Of course, Odellis is not on the roster at the moment, technically. We have to actually fit him in here. We chose a pretty rough time to do this because clearly most of the players are down in overall because they are having a very terrible start to their season. What I will say that I like about this Giants team is they are in desperate need of coverage linebackers, and you guys know I don't get too often of a time where I need tons and tons of coverage linebackers, but here we are now needing them. So I will be gladly drafting plenty of those in the rookie draft this year. Of course, we need to get Odell actually in the lineup as our number 1 wide receiver, and then Sterling Shepard as our number 3. We're going to be filling this team with lots of free agent talent as well. Want to get like the youngest, best talent we can get. Running back Wayne Gallman, he showed that he's actually pretty decent, so he will be our starter. And I will put Paul Perkins at number 2 and Shane Vereen at number 3. And then Eli Manning, of course, he's the starter at the moment, as he still fits the bill and makes plenty of sense. Offensive line, of course, an issue. Eric Flowers probably going to have slow dev. If he doesn't, though, we might be able to develop him decently through Madden. I like 2 of the offensive linemen here. Eric Flowers, like I said, if he's not slow, I actually don't mind him in Madden. But if he is slow, then yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Olivier Vernon, not a huge fan of his stats at the moment, because if you see, he's only got 81 power move and 79 block shed, and he's being paid as like the highest paid defensive end, or very close to one of them. Damon Harrison's still solid. Linebacker core just horrendous. Cornerback core great, but DRC is getting old. Free safety, and then Landon Collins, one of the best. So we have lots of work to do. First things first, as opposed to go to free agency. Ladarius Green, was he picked up off of free agency in real life? I was about to get him and probably put him at wide receiver because he's got a little bit of that juice. Oh, never mind. He's just a lot lower for us, 82 overall. Never mind. I'm just stupid. Perry Riley, it's a common move, but this team can win it all this year, or very close to, probably. So we will sign him. Is there anyone else here? Don't know if there is. So one of the biggest issues on this Giants team is the offensive line, and to get a better player, we trade Keenan Robinson, Mark Herzlich, and a 5th round this year for John Miller from the Bills. I'm honestly not sure when he was drafted. He might have been recent, but he was on the trade block, so I figured fair game as usual. Let's take a look. 77 overall, normal dev. Not the greatest stats in the world, but fits in as one of our players quite easily. John Jerry, I remember when he was actually decent in this game. I'm not really a fan of this offensive line at all. What about Eric Flowers? Slow dev, probably? Yep, slow dev. If he wasn't slow, he'd actually be decent. Like, I remember he went for like a 2nd or 3rd round last year in our CFM. Because, look at him. He's 23. He was 22 last year. You know, he's not bad with 90 strength to develop. But obviously now, at slow, he's almost a lost cause. So I have, the Orleans Darkwa on the trade block, but he has not been offered yet, and if he isn't, we will probably release him. But this is the team we're looking at for the season. Odellis Beckham, number 1, Brandon Marshall, number 2, Sterling Shepard, number 3, Evan Ingram, obviously the starter. Eli Manning is going to be looked at closely. I know this Webb guy, they just drafted him. He's not too bad. He could be the replacement. We'll see. Maybe something in the draft comes up. Depends on how Eli plays. DB's great stuff. Nothing really new at all other than Perry Riley as the starting middle linebacker. Other than that, everything's pretty much the exact same. So let's see what we can do on the season. I'm not sure what this team is looking like. Probably like an 8-8 maybe. And once again, the Chargers trade Gates to the Steelers. I don't even want to touch the season goal. Because even if I say 7, what's the big idea? We do win our first game, so that's pretty nice to see. Do we win our second game as well? Not, sadly. But an important week it is, as we have ourselves draft stories of free safety. Not the worst thing we could ask for. Could play a little corner, who knows. Daniel Golson, was a sprinter for USC, and now he has made the leap to not sprinter. What do we have in this draft, more importantly, though? A quarterback, very high up there. We have 5 of them in the first round, and we have 1 mobile late. Not looking too great there. A couple strong arms. That he is. Kind of not. Rathman is. Didn't look at Watts, which is probably stupid. Golson, superstar dev. Looks pretty prototypical. Is he an early first? He is. Don't know if he would be worth that early first for a team like us. But it's good to know that we do know if we have a pick there somehow, free safety could be an option. We are now 1-2, but more importantly, we already have enough to get the increased player weekly XP boost, which is already a whole season before the Niners one. Q doesn't have quick. That sucks. Do we have anyone here that matters? So, obviously, Justin Pugh, huge need. Offensive line is a huge need for this team, and if we lost Pugh and or Weston Richburg, we'd be screwed. I should sign these guys to longer deals, but it's the perfect offer. Devin Kennard. Devin Kennard's looking okay. I think he'll be on the team, so we will. Let's see if we can lowball him first. Like the contract, okay. Shane Vereen, probably not. Corbin Bryant, maybe. Jay Bromley, probably. Ross Cockrell, for sure. Casillas, probably not. DJ Fluker, I don't know. Geno Smith, perhaps. So we have ourselves a little bit of a quarterback here. Deandre Watts, not a fan that he's 23, but A+, B+, and B. Not the greatest B+, though, because, you know, we don't really know how far that goes. Ugh, that's not great. Rathman, did he fall to the early second? That's a great pick. Early second could do that for sure with the throw power. Not the greatest stats I've ever seen, but still not terrible. Quarterbacks, honestly, other than maybe 1 or 2, not really looking great. Another fun part about being the Giants is we know that we need a running back a little bit, and running back is a rather easy position to draft normally. So I want to get the Giants back to the old Brandon Jacobs days. One of my favorite times watching the Giants. He was amazing. He was a freak of nature. I remember when I had him at like 2,000 yards in a season in a CFM. It was sick. Wide receiver isn't a huge need for us, but Brandon Marshall isn't getting any younger. And in Madden terms, he's going to be dead. Basically, tight end, not a huge issue once again. Just filled that deal in real life. But still look. So this is an interesting one. Devin Kennard says, I'm just not interested in signing with you. That's really weird. Shane Vereen, I'm not going to end the talks because it's obviously not over yet. Cornerback who could play safety, so we will go for Ross Cockrell. Excited to stay. And we'll take a look at the rest later on. Watts Neal, another decent player here, coming in late. Possible great safety. Amazing, though, just coming out of nowhere. Could have our eyes set on him as our first-round pick if he falls to us. If we're high or low, I don't know where we are. So, I don't know if the Giants figure it as an area of weakness, but doing a rebuild here, I think an area of weakness, like I'm mentioning, is most likely pass rush. So, obviously, linebacker as well in general, which we've seen, wow, barely any middle linebackers, but where that is a bad thing, we did see a bunch of great left outside linebacker coverage players, so we'll take a look at that. We're playing the Redskins this week, and they're 1-9. I don't know, I think the Eagles were the leading divisional players, but 1-9 from the Redskins. What is that? That is horrendous. Speaking of horrendous, the right outside linebacker is not nearly as great as the left outside in the slightest. Wasting a bit of points here, too, because, you know, none of those guys are going to be draftable. So we did find a running back late who looks pretty good. Wow, he's pretty big, too. Running back, obviously a big need, which is very rare for us. So this might be interesting in the terms of trying to preserve scouting points. We might not be able to scout as much as normal years. Oh, here we go. Oh, super steal late, and he's 21. I mean, we've already got our running back set as long as he doesn't go any higher than the second round. The Bills are moving stadiums, but more importantly for us, draft stories. Oh, Jesus. There's about 46 of them. So we have another free safety. Not a huge fan of that, but it is still a position we know as superstar. 14th tackle performance from final collegiate game. Lets GMs know Cameron Hall is NFL ready. That's pretty cool. With 29 tackles for loss this season, middle linebacker Will Parsons set a new school record. Good stuff there. Then we have a tight end. One of the best catches of the year, Fisher Stamer, leaped high in the air and hauled in the pass with one hand in Oklahoma's win. So, tight end Stamer, I don't know, that's probably, in my opinion, the signs of a slow development. The roller coaster ride of a season continues for Lewis McDonald. Stanford loses. So, McDonald seems like a quarterback because it seems like they're putting a lot of the blame on this guy, and that's usually where the blame goes. And yes, we are 9-4, bit of a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Who is Mathis, though? We probably scouted him already. We did. A- hit power early in the first, surprisingly. That's actually a little bit of a shocker, but we know what we know. Will Parson, this was the guy we thought was going to be pretty decent. He had 29 tackles for a loss. Not a bad candidate for us taking him. I really like these players, though. This guy's amazing. Same with pretty much all of these guys are pretty damn good at left outside. We have a guy named McDonald. He's going to be some sort of offensive player, surely. It is not a quarterback, I don't think. Is it a running back? Maybe a wide receiver, actually. I'm not really sure who this would be. Stamer is the tight end we already scouted. Looks actually really good. I have no idea who McDonald is, honestly. They made it seem as if he was a godly player. How could his struggles continue? And that's basically they're pointing towards that's the reason why the team's bad. Maybe it is one of these positions. I just didn't see it. Not like it's something that's worth forcing ourselves to look for. Cameron Hall was mentioned. Not a huge fan of his stats, but still they mentioned him. It is the last week of the season, and it is a tie for the division lead. And who is going to take it? We missed the playoffs. We went 10-6 and missed the playoffs. That is a nightmare. How well did the NFC do? Vikings took the division, and then the Packers took it at 10-5-1 for the wild card. The AFC must have been garbage. It was. Oh my lordy. That is devastating. I did not cheat, and now I wish I did. I really wish I did. I'll show you guys that we didn't cheat. I don't know why you guys would think I would want to cheat. This would be the worst scenario ever. Losing the last two games. Oh, God. Show the Eagles. We didn't take any of their wins away. Cowboys, we didn't take any of their wins away. And then Redskins, we did not take any of their wins away. So we're going to have a bad pick in the 20s, most likely. Actually, I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed in the 20s. Or are we? I know, maybe we're 19, 18? 19, 18. But yeah, not happy at all. Let's see how we played, though. Eli Manning. Oh my God, Eli Manning was borderline MVP status. Really game. Wow, Wayne Gallman was terrible. He did not fumble a lot, but 3.1 per carry, almost 1,000 yards rushing, but ugh. Sterling Shepard and Odell did really well. Brandon Marshall, not too bad. Evan Ingram disappoints a little bit. Blocking, yeah, not great. Potentially better than real life, though. Let's take a look at the defense. Vernon had 11. Pierre-Paul had 6. Not great stats there. Picks, okay picks, I suppose. Kicking, not bad for Rosa. Do we have any kick return or punt returns? We had one punt return for Sterling Shepard. Offensive is ranked 19th, despite how well Eli Manning played. And then 18th for defense. How did we go 10-6? Eli was number 4. Honestly shocked. Tom Brady, they probably made the playoffs just because of how weak the NFC or the AFC was. Let's go to the NFC, though. Did we win any of the awards? Eli Manning almost won the award. Nothing there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we were number 3 with Gallman. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we were number 5 with Dalvin Tomlinson. Quarterback, no. Halfback, obviously not. Odell, number 2, of course. O-line, nobody. D-line, nobody. Linebacker, nobody. DB, nobody. And kicker, nobody. No awards, like, at all. Did we have anyone with, like, decent XP, though? Odell is a little bit. So does Shepard. Defensively, oh, geez, this team is looking rough. What was the regressions, I suppose? Probably Wayne Gallman as well. Sacked 4 times. Jesus Christ. I think if we would have made if we would have won one more game, we would have made the playoffs. That is disappointing. We missed the playoffs by that much. Let's see, though, the Super Bowl. I want to see the Super Bowl, well, not like contenders, but more or less the All-Star Game MVP. Steelers-Vikings, interesting. That's a crazy one. Draft stories, cornerback George Olsen looked foolish when his receiver caught a touchdown pass right over his head. Needs to remember he isn't an all-star anymore. He can't always go for the big play. Still going to take a look at, though. Olsen, hopefully he's a cornerback, probably a strong safety. Is he? He's not a strong safety, I don't think. Olsen, don't care about him. But, ooh, because of his little mishap, though, he did slip to the 3rd round, which obviously puts a ton more value on him for me personally. Might have found ourselves one of those late-round beasts. The Vikings won the Super Bowl over the Steelers, so NFC takes the cake there. Perry Riley Jr., he did drop a bit. I tried to sign him a couple of times. I'm happy to play. Okay, so he stayed on the team. I normally never re-sign him, but we are desperate. How much is the tag? Cannot pay the tag. Cannot pay the tag there. Jay Bromley. I offered him a decent contract earlier. Maybe I didn't, actually. I really don't know what they're willing to take. Ugh, that sucks. That should be good enough for him. So we did sign a couple of guys, Perry Riley being one of them. Going on, though, to one of my more favorite parts of free agency. I wonder if Brandon Marshall's going to be still on the team. He is. He's an 81 overall now, though. Odell almost a 99. 36 mil cap. Plenty of room. Drew Brees is in here. Allen Robinson is in here. Allen Robinson and Tim Jernigan are some pretty great names. We have Rawls and Spencer Ware. Jeremy Hill is in here. Definitely going to try to sign some sort of halfback. Obviously, our team definitely needs some sort of running back. Who is this? Dorian? Yeah, Dorian Johnson. Not bad. Jonathan Hankins was... I thought he was signed to a 3-year in Indianapolis. Maybe I'm wrong. Great. There's some decent talent in here. I would love to go for one of the big name guys, but that's just not going to happen. Garoppolo and Teddy Bridgewater. Jimmy Garoppolo with quick dev. Teddy Bridgewater slightly younger, though. I don't know who would be the better option. I might offer them both contracts. I don't know when quarterback's going to be an issue because Eli Manning was great for us. He was really great. So I offered a lot of cash on some free agents. Did we get any of them is the question. We got Garoppolo, surprisingly, with Garrett Reynolds. Garoppolo was the biggest shocker there because we gave him no bonus, meaning we are not tied to him in any sort of way, which obviously means we're going to be withdrawing our offer on Teddy Bridgewater. Same with Jeremy Hill and McKinnon. Crowell still has a chance, so we are going to up the offer just a little bit. Give him a chance to potentially come to our squad. So Deandre Watts, pretty solid combine, a 5.9 grade, A+. I like it. Quarterback isn't that big of an issue, especially not year one here, so we're not probably going to take any of these guys, but if we see like something we like from one of these later guys, which we really don't, maybe we have a chance there. Vince Farmer, late first, late second, not really all about that. We had this guy, 6.8, not a huge fan of the combine. We also had a guy late, 7.3. This guy looks to be the move for me personally. Pretty much the only move, if we're being honest, at halfback. Oh, Kadarl Darman looking beast. Or Kadarl. I don't know. I said Kadarl. Kadarl Darman looking great. A 7.5 here late. This wide receiver class looks pretty good, especially for the steals. 6.3 center. Cannot mess with those guys. You gotta, or not miss with those guys. Gotta go for them every time you can. I mean, I'm not too confident with this draft. Like, I really don't know exactly what is here for us. I do know for a fact, though, we do have an early second round that we want. Let's take a look at the free agency recap, see who we can look forward to seeing. Ivory, a bunch of older running backs. Charles Sims could be a halfway decent player for us. A couple of offensive linemen, that's good to see. Zach Zenner, it's probably a guy that we could go for. A couple of decent players, most of them old though. Start the draft. What is our pick? Of course, the Browns get number 1. Our pick is number 20 on the dot. Number 20. Will we have to trade up for a player is the question. Willie, not a bad player, but he's old. The guy we want is clearly the middle linebacker. Don't know when he goes, though. I think it is early second. But Watts Neal looks so good. We can't pass up in the middle, though. We're going to go Will Parson. Took him number 20. He's supposed to go 18. Good pick. 80 speed only. I figured he would be slow. I didn't think he was going to be that slow. I'm not saying I'm regretting the pick, but I'm not super happy about it either. Maybe they'll take him for that and a third. I think that'd be fair. I think that's fair enough, kinda. Maybe not. I'll allow it, though. Draft is where it's unrealistic for me. Normal, supposed to go 20 where we were going to be taking him. So we take him at 23 with the trade up. Great player. Another normal dev, which is a little shocking, and I would assume this is where we're going to take him. Daryl, where are you, boy? Here he is. 439. I don't know what his dev's going to be, but his stats should be great. Quick dev. 76 overall. A little lower than I thought, but drafted him 100. Supposed to go 47. Great pick. A little underwhelming, to be honest. His potentials with his combine were actually really good. I believe we have a pick here in the 4th round. Can't lose anybody else we need, though. These drafts are key. Oh, did we miss our corner, too? That is the worst part of every bit. Desperation. We're definitely going to take him. Please be good. 75 overall. Can't be much worse than we have already. I really didn't want to do it, but both of our 7s this year and Andrew Adams for a 6th and 7th this year. Actually, no, the running back is way more important. Might be a little slow, but he's going to be superstar for sure. Quick dev. We found the 3rd ranked talent with not near, but almost a 7th round pick there. What an amazing player. Obviously our new starting running back. To pick our final player, right tackle, hopefully our best offensive lineman. Be quicker, better. Superstar dev, that's what I'm talking about. Great run blocking, rough strength, rough pass blocking, but still superstar dev. So with those last couple picks, we did have an amazing draft. Will Parson, normal dev, a little slow. Actually really great Excel though. 92 Excel. 83 agility is a little low, but 92 Excel for an 80 speed linebacker is really good. Watts, Neal, pretty fast, great man and zone. We could put him at free safety if we need to. We'll see where we actually probably will put him at free safety because DRC is going to stay on the team. No way they get rid of him anytime soon until he actually decides on his own it's time. Decent DT maybe from Morgan Clark. Really, he's just known for his speed. Rieger probably going to start. Mayer obviously going to start, and then Cunningham obviously going to start. More importantly, let's take a look around the league, see who we missed. Flynn, he was supposed to be good, and he was pretty solid. I just want to see who the hell took the cornerback we wanted, and maybe the left outside linebacker, maybe the quarterback as well. A couple of players. Cameron Hall, not bad. Trevion Watts, slow dev. I knew he was going to have something up with him because his potentials were average, but he had a green. Ellis Mathis, we knew he was superstar. He was. 92 hit power, 89 speed, great player. 3rd round, another great running back, lots of great ones. This probably is the guy we wanted. It was actually Aaron Hayer. I knew for a fact this was the guy, and it sucks that we missed him. That would have put this draft so much further up if we would have got that. Najee Franklin, we knew he was going to be decent, very slow, just like the guy we had, though. Nothing crazy there. Oh, Browns landed an 84 overall quarterback. Superstar dev, Deandre Watts. The Browns have landed a beast. Carter Drew, slow dev, decent tight end, though, for a late round pick. Average fullback as well. And then the last player I would believe is Golston. Good player, similar to the other guy. I can't really tell who's better because this guy's a little bit taller. I don't know. And then obviously us. Great first draft, though. We also landed like an extra 2nd and 3rd round pick for this upcoming draft. So we did really well there. I wish the devs were a little bit better, but we did land a great running back. So yeah, you're probably like, okay, this is clearly a voiceover, especially when I just told you we are looking at the potential superstar devs that are around. But yeah, if I wanted to get this done, I had to do a voiceover style because my voice was way too bad. You think it's bad now. you should have seen what it was like before. It was not looking great. We are into the re-signing period, and there's some names here. One being Odell Beckham, and the other being Landon Collins, and the next being DRC, and the list goes on. It really doesn't go on too much further than that. It does, I guess Brandon Marshall and John Mayer, whatever band he had. And we will sign most of those guys back, though. Just had to get the main dudes first. And, of course, there's a ton of draft stories. Obviously, looking for any story we can get. Kevin Dorsett, I believe he was the guy they mentioned as a superstar. But with the red, it tells you he's probably going to be like a 75 or lower. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really in the market for those guys. I mean, superstar is nice, but especially for a wide receiver. I mean, our wide receiver core is looking pretty good, if I must say so myself. Sterling Shepard is developing really nicely. And then cornerback, it already, it helps a lot that this team started with pretty good corners. But cornerbacks, we've actually had some pretty good luck, so not really a huge issue. Plus, there are some nice late-round picks here that we can probably end up getting. Looking at defensive tackle as well, because Damon's getting old. Dalvin, he's all right, but Damon's getting old is the main reason, I suppose. Moving on to the playoffs, which we do make it. Do we? Yeah, we did. Okay, I thought for some reason we advanced the week there, but we of course didn't. Going against the 12-4 Vikings, which I believe we beat earlier in the year. XP totals, Mayer's looking good defensively. So is Parson looking pretty good as self. Defense, that's really our biggest issue at the moment because the linebackers are rough. We signed DeAndre Levy for a year. Probably played a little, played okay. Obviously want to show you guys we didn't cheat if we ever do show it. Okay, I don't... Yeah, it's because I tried to edit this on, not edit it, but I tried to clip it on Elgato, which for whatever reason on the playback, it's so laggy there. But don't need to be laggy right now to see that we didn't cheat. We don't know what cheating is. We don't do that stuff, man. Jaguars. Did Blake Bortles or someone get MVP potentially? Look at freaking Eli Manning. 45 touchdowns, 10 picks. Mayer, pretty decent. Yards per carry isn't great. Darman doing pretty good. Shepard, as I was giving him praise, had a kind of down season for us. Sacks, 14.5 for Vernon. I want one of those 20 sack seasons, but it's just not going to happen from this squad, I don't think. Vernon, he did play pretty well. Picks, okay, this is a stroke screen. I should probably edit this out, but, I'll just keep talking over it, I guess. Okay, this is ridiculous. I was going to cut it, and then I realized that it ends rather shortly. I must have had a stroke when I was recording this or something, but kicker did pretty well as well. Brad Wing, pretty average for a punter. Odell Beckham with a punt return touchdown. And do I not look at the awards? Oh, someone forgot. Oh, the awards. 6th offense. Defense of 16th. Not the defense I wanted to see. Blake Bortles came close to winning MVP. Same with Fournette and Eli, kinda. Coach of the year, no thank you, apparently. Eli Manning, number 2. Parson, number 9, surprisingly. Mayer, offensive. Parson, decent, defensive, which is the awards we want. Eli even got quarterback of the year over Rodgers. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But, it was a good season, and we have a little bit of XP, so we're obviously going to use that up and then show you guys the results from that. The team's looking okay. Eli, I don't know how much it affects Sim because we have been winning, but Eli is a lower overall, even though he's been playing outstandingly. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like that, but I've not seen anything. I normally get rid of the old quarterback right now just because of that reason, or because of that very reason. And I usually start a rookie by now, but we didn't. And so far, it's become a pretty good idea. So we are into pretty much the third quarter. We are up 11 against the 12-4 Vikings. Like I said, we don't look too pretty on paper, but for whatever reason, Eli Manning just destroys it in the playoffs, just like real life pretty much. Except for against the Packers. Hey, even though we're probably not going to make it because Rodgers hurt. And defense, the key, even though it said 16th ranking, clearly the key for this rebuild so far in the defense. Like I said, Eli Apple gets an interception, up 14. getting rid of the ball right away, but defense yet again slowing them down a ton. Might not even allow them to score yet again, and I don't think they do, giving us the ball right back, and that's pretty much going to be the game. By the way, not the whole thing is voiceover, not the rest of it anyways. I think we have another like 5 minutes of voiceover, and then we're back to the live stuff, which is like another, I don't know, something. Eric Hendricks not happy, looking like Troy Polamalu out here. Eli Manning, he just plays so well in the playoffs. Mayer did okay. They have a Mayer as well. That's actually the Mayer we missed in the draft, which sucks. Evan Ingram did pretty well. Remmers, defensively, okay sacks. Picks did pretty well, actually. And then kicking was phenomenal. 85 overall to the 88 overall Falcons. And we know the Falcons don't lose very often, especially in the playoffs. So, this should be a tough task for our team. Start of the third quarter, and you can see here the tie game from the Falcons. They extend that to a 7-point lead. Start of the fourth quarter, I mean, we gave up some sort of lead, and we can't do anything with the ball. Defense has got to make a play. Can they do it? And that's exactly what they do, giving us another shot to try to tie this thing up. And offense stalls 3 straight plays. Falcons driving on the field. This could be the game right here. This could be the game. Defense does hold, but it's probably going to be a field goal. It does. Is it? It is not. I think he missed the field goal. Can we get this tie game? We can. Honestly, rather shocked. Is this going to be OT? Is it? Nope, because our defense gives it up in the last second. That is horrendous. I don't know why we didn't run the ball more with Mayer. Would have, at least forced overtime just using common sense. They almost ran out of time to get the last second field goal over us. Watts Neal with a pick. Great rookie from us. One of the best we've had, at least cornerback-wise. Played really well. More scouting, obviously, with the Super Bowl news. Frank Morandi. We don't really need a tight end, but it doesn't hurt, especially that late 4th or late 5th round guy. And then in the Super Bowl, the Packers lose to the Chiefs. That would be a dream for me. I know losing the Super Bowl sucks, but the Packers somehow making it to the Super Bowl this year would be insane. A lot of these guys are not going to get re-signed. I mean, I tried to re-sign Flowers here, but obviously I don't want to give him a lot of money because he's not doing better, and he's given up a lot of sacks, I think. Has he? I don't know. Either way, he's not getting better, so he can't be much, good for the team. DeAndre Levy about to retire. Rosas will definitely re-sign him. He's pretty clutch down the stretch. And do we get him? We do. My pleasure, your pleasure. Everyone gets pleasured. Some old talent in the draft or the free agency this year. Vic Beasley's nice, but other than him and maybe Trey Flowers, that's where Winston went. In the future of this rebuild, I remember seeing the Bills had, or the Buccaneers had Brett Hundley, I believe. And I was wondering where the hell he went. He must have went to a different team in free agency. And Espy, looking like one of the better quarterbacks in this draft. Derek Barker, they mention him. I don't know if he's going to be superstar, though. Simon Vaughn, looking like the best option at tight end, considering where you can get him. And then, obviously, defensive tackle, a little bit of a need. Not the biggest need, but still something we might take a look at. And here we are into the draft. The Niners with the number 1 overall pick. Where are the Bears? Or the Browns, anyways. They must have been pretty low down there. Number 1, obviously we don't have anyone that high up there, but we got to make sure because our pick, making the playoffs, not having any other team's pick, it's going to be a late one. It's definitely going to be a late one. And quarterback, only one we like is obviously that late 7th. Here, defensive tackle, are we going to take him? He looks pretty damn good, and he is. He's just slow dev. He's an amazing player, especially considering he has like 78 speed, 80 agility or acceleration at 300 pounds. That's really impressive. Second round, early in the second round, we take a cornerback. He looks pretty good. And I'm not going to lie. I was watching something on YouTube while I was doing this, and I glanced, and I made a mistake. I was supposed to go with the center, which is why you'll see this trade up. And Engler, pretty good player. Strength's a little low, but overall, still decent. And then I believe we have one last second round here. We take Hubbard, who's a great player. He's a little bit of a project, but with superstar dev at, I believe, 22 years old, he looks great. Late third round, going with Simon Vaughn, and he is great. Speaking of great, 6'6", 263. There's 262, so 23 years old, but superstar dev. Late fifth, I believe. And we find Delafonte Ball. What a name, by the way. Quick dev corner late. Early 7th, we take him in the 6th. Quick dev, great speed. Probably a really fun player, especially since he's 21, but 88 throw power only. We'll see what we do with him. Obviously, these are the draft results for us. Maybe show a little bit of the other teams. Don't really remember. There really wasn't too many great players that we missed out on that we wanted, and just great players in general. We looked at the quarterbacks. No one was great there. We pretty much grabbed all the good talent that you could pretty much want. Obviously, I didn't show every single draft pick, but because some of them were not so great. These defensive drafts have been really big, though, and they've been pretty good for this team. So we finished the draft, and we are looking at quite possibly Eli Manning's last season. His stats are not great, or his ratings are not great, but he's such a legend. He's played really, really well. I don't know what the hell is going on here, where I guess Cunningham will be the left tackle, but he's played really, really well considering the fact that his ratings are low. We got Hubbard out on the outside now. Parson already a viable middle linebacker. Perry Riley's still here, which is, honestly, it wasn't the plan, but, things happen and can't be too mad with it. We have lots of cornerbacks. Might look to trade one this season, or maybe even, I don't know, maybe next season, but could very well be this season as well. Ezekiel is a great player. Dalvin Tomlinson. We don't need 3 DTs, but we can't get rid of any of the guys we have. Maybe Damon will go down next year and it'll make it an easier decision, but I'm okay with the roster we have. We're not quite there yet, but we are getting better every season, and that's all that really matters. Eli Manning's going to be in some trouble, but I'll probably end up putting our quarterback as one of the training guys. So by the end of the season, he could be 80, 82 overall, or if Eli starts to struggle because of his age, he can replace him mid-season. Who knows? I also signed a fullback. I don't know if I showed it, or did I sign? Yeah, I think I signed a fullback. Where is he? I didn't. I actually didn't. Okay, I thought I did. Guess not. Let's see if there's anyone on the trade block. And other than that, we're pretty much going to be looking to just work the roster a little bit and then pretty much go on to the next season. They've got a cornerback, some Rice guy here. I don't know if it's going to be hard to get him, but if he's on the trade block, this could be a good steal for us. Ooh, will develop quickly as well. We can give them a corner of our own. Seems like a fair trade to me. They're getting a somewhat young corner in the 4th round for their cornerback, who apparently is on the trade block. I don't know why. Cordero Patterson might be on the roster. Let's take a look at the return ability. Who's got the best? Ooh, Cordero is good, but what about these guys? Because they're younger? Okay, I don't know why he would have high stats. Yeah, I'm going to go with Cordero. He seems to be the most dangerous for sure. We put Davis Webb on the trade block as well because have anywhere to put him. If we put him on the practice squad, he'll be signed. Although we might have to manually trade here. 3-0 in the preseason, though. That's something. We don't need him because Garoppolo, he'll be able to start for a while. We still have him onto a pretty favorable contract, all things considered. Davis Webb, a 6th this year and a 4th next year for the Buccaneers' 3rd-round pick this year. I believe we are ready to go on. This is going to be the starting roster. Obviously, I have to use a little bit of XP. No, we're not changing the lineup if it works. Why would I do that? Offensive line really hasn't been doing too well, all things considered. You have Pugh not really going up. Weston Richburg's doing all right. The rookies are okay. Vaughn, ooh, this is tough. I think I'm going to put Vaughn at starter because he's superstar. Evan Ingram is only 1 year older, though. Screw it, we're going to keep Vaughn there. What about Parson? So everyone's good on the defense. We should be a better team, if not better, at least on par, which is all that matters at this point. Eli Manning really isn't on a short leash, but he is on a leash nonetheless because he is getting old, and the future could be now. Even if we don't want to, if I could keep Eli Manning playing the way he's played this whole time, yeah, I don't care who starts. He's played really well, but something's got to give sooner or later. Nino Spurlock was on our practice squad. Oh, thieves! Thieves! How? What? Why was he in our practice squad? The AI must have done that. We only have 50 people on our roster. I had to trade Robert Kelly in the 4th round to get Nino Spurlock back. This game sucks. Drew Brees is a saint on here. Drew Brees is a saint. Drew Brees is a bear on here. Trenton Black was a sprinter for USC, and now he's a halfback. Not that I care. Where is this Trenton Black? He looks pretty good, though, to be honest. Oh, Jesus. So we have to re-sign players, see what we've got. Oh, Sterling Shepard. He's 25. Superstar Dev. I know he started with Quick. I think we might have upgraded. I can't remember. He's got amazing stats, except for Spec, which is ironic. Yikes. Eli Apple has Quick. Damn, he's cheap as hell for being a... I guess maybe it's because he went to free safety here. That's a bit of a steal and a half. Thank you. Brad Wing. We'll see. Darian Thompson is slow. We need a backup free safety. I don't know if he's the guy, though. Eli Manning is normal dev. He wants a 1-year contract, and if he's still around in the offseason and we don't win the Super Bowl, he might get that contract. Holy crap, there's some... So, my lord, there's some really good corners in the second round in this draft. Look at that. That's rare to see one, let alone potentially 4. We just lost 45-10 to the Jets. What the hell is this? Eli Manning threw 6 interceptions. Oh my god. How? I mean, even if we made the playoffs, I do kind of regret not starting that quarterback. But then again, Eli has been really good. Like, he's played really well, considering his age. Like, that's really impressive. Since you guys already know the whole deal, I was kind of like half, like, debating if I want to show or not, but... Ooh, 9-6. Ooh, 9-6. We lost to the Bears, though. There's no chance we're going to win to the Patriots, who are surprisingly 6-9. Maybe we will win. If we're not in the playoffs, I'll be devastated. Please. Please. 10-6. They lost. Leonard Fournette was the MVP. What? NFC. The Redskins made it anyways. Okay, so it wasn't that bad. Was the divisional wins? Damn, it was a tie. I wonder how they would have went, because we both had one. It was a split win-loss. Interesting. Let's see how Phillip Rivers played, though. Eli Manning played. 33 touchdowns, 21 picks, 4,700 yards. Still great. Rushing, Leandre Meyer did pretty well. Eli Manning fumbled 4 times. Receiving, 1,187 for Shepard. Only 874 for Darman. Almost 1,500 for good old Odellis. What about the rookie? The rookie got 6 touchdowns for 659. Blocking was pretty good. What about defense? Sack total, 11 for Vernon, 8.5 for Pierre-Paul, 8 for the rookie DT. What about picks? 4 for Janoris. Good job, Will Parson. Yeah, I'm really wanting better pass rush, because we should be doing better than that, but we're not getting the numbers we deserve. Number 7, top 5 D, I would assume. Number 8, so not as great as I thought. Giants, nobody. Almost got the award, kinda. We're gonna have to take a look at Leonard Fournette's season after this. Offensive Player of the Year, no. Defensive Player of the Year, number 2 for Parson. Damn. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no. Number 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no. Number 2, 3, and 9. No. Odell, best wide receiver, though. That's good. Anything else, though? Probably not. Yeah, nothing at all else. Take a look at the XP and then upgrade our guy and lose to the playoffs. Damn, Sterling Shepard has 32,000 XP. He might have to be number 2. As much as I want Darman at number 2 because Shepard's done well at number 3, he is the higher overall. Offensive line didn't get any goals again, which is where our XP is just lacking. Spurlock might get to an 80. Hubbard maybe to an 85. Ezekiel maybe to 82 or 3. Not a whole lot of XP, though. And wait, what about our backup quarterback? 5K only. I know I got him to 77, but still. Like, he had all the frickin'... He had, like, one of the practice. He was holding one of the spots. That sucks. We're not really one of those dominant teams. The drafts just really haven't lined up too well for us. Our running back's great. Tight ends, he's getting there. Darman, he's okay. Offensive line's all in the 80s. I don't like that. That's the main reason why we haven't won the bowl yet. And then defensively, Spurlock, he's okay. Hubbard's getting him there. And then Parsons, great. But linebacker core is still a little weak. Defensive line is really lacking. At some point, maybe next season, Ezekiel might play left end over JPP. I might actually take a look now and see if that can be an option, because JPP's stats have got, or ratings have got to be pretty porous by now. So Ezekiel is an 80 overall as left end, so he does drop down a little bit, but with the regression, even though he's heavier, he beats him in every speed stat except for agility. +7 a strength. Okay, so JPP is actually a lot better than I expect. Oh, his play rec's good. The rest is bad. Ooh, I don't know. JPP is probably going to get replaced next year. For sure, I think, actually, because he's got good awareness and play rec, which keeps his overall up a little bit, but he's not a reliable player anymore. He's just not worth it. So, Eli Manning getting a boost for his performances. Let's go on, though, and going against the Lions. 10-6 home game against the Lions. 84 overall. Hopefully we're a little bit better than that by now with the XP. We'll probably do one more season after this, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, I suppose. This is looking kind of like a failed rebuild. I know the Giants are doing pretty badly in real life. I mean, it's not a fail in the sense that we obviously have them on a much better... They're in a much better situation now than they are in real life. And also... we did make the playoffs, won a couple of games, but not winning the Super Bowl is a fail, because that's what I set out to do in these rebuilds. I accidentally kicked. I'm cheating. It's snowing and I'm cheating. I honestly don't even know where the Super Bowl is this year. Look at this hit stick. Okay, maybe not. Oh, big hit. Is Abdallah still there? Nice. Can't wait till the Xbox One X comes out, even though I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I think I mentioned in the video already, but a big pushing point is because I don't like my controller right now, and you obviously get one complimentary controller. Even though, obviously, it's not really complimentary when you're dropping $500. What is going on? Did we fumble? Okay, good job. Eli Manning and company doing their work. As long as we can keep this close, which we are. Defense is doing their job. Start of the fourth, we are up by 1. Sometimes that's all it takes to win the game. Oh, 4th and 1, they go for it. So clutch. They're going to kick the field goal. They're up by 2. Field goal gives us the lead. 3rd and 9. 18-yard, most likely, pass interference on the defense. That continues the drive. We do not touch the ball, or we do not move the ball one bit. And we are forced to kick the field goal. Intercepted by Watts Neal, one of our best rookies we've drafted in this rebuild. And he might have got... Are you serious, EA? Thank God for the defense, because we went for it. I get it was going to be like a 50+, but we went for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal, and we win by 1. Not an impressive win, but a win nonetheless. Weather was rough, so can't really blame us for not doing better. We don't have the O-line to run the ball that well. We have the guy, just not the O-line. Eli outplayed Stafford a little bit. Mayer, apparently a lot better than I said. We just didn't finish, I guess. We just didn't score touchdowns. Defensively, only 1 sack, and then Watts Neal with a clutch pick, obviously. Game-saving pick, most likely, because he took that back 18 yards, and it was still only at like the 45. They were definitely going to score on that drive. The Vikings, we beat them once before in Sim. I don't remember what the score was, but we beat them. 87 overall to their 89. They don't have a veteran playoff quarterback like we do. They don't have a 38-year-old Eli Manning. I promise that's supposed to be a good thing in this scenario, even though it sounds pretty bad. So we are in the game, and we get down the field quickly. We only score 3, though. There's the touchdown I was looking for. Start of the second quarter, and we are driving down the field. We're looking pretty damn good. Defense looking great. Right before the half, we don't score, even though we looked set up for it. It's never over. Defense is amazing, but offense giving up the ball with short field. Just like that, start of the fourth, it is a 1-touchdown game. You got to do better than that to hold the lead. And here we're running the ball pretty well. You can't keep running the ball there. We do kick the field goal, which gives it a 2-point lead, or 2-possession lead. But the Vikings are knocking, and they open the door to a 1-possession game. And every time we do that, oh my lord, 52-yard touchdown to Evan Ingram. What a play. 27-17. Evan Ingram is built for that. Not really built to be the all-time tight end, but to come in, trick the defense, and make you score just like that. And we win by 10. So a little bit better than last week. Eli Manning, 2 picks, but still pretty good overall. Mayer did not do nearly as well as last week. Gotta love Darren Shepard. He's been very surprising for me. JPP, as I mentioned it, 3 sacks. He was pretty much the only one that got pressure all game long. I guess Vernon had 1.5 as well. My bad, Olivier. Of course, they're going against the Falcons, but I mean, I don't know why you guys would expect it. I mean, if I was going to cheat, I would have had better wins. But these are the games won by 1, won by 10. If we can win by this, I would be happy. Let's get the quarterback Coach XP upgrade thingy as well. Oh, maybe. Nah, even, like, I'm not saying I want Eli to retire, but at the same time, he's not that type of quarterback to actually use, like, 4,000 XP on to keep him around another year. 87 of their 94. There's not a chance that we win, right? Not a chance. EA Sim, come on, you screwed me all these years. Just hand me 1 win. Get back to the Super Bowl. That's all I care. Come on, we need this win. This is a big motivator. Who is this? It is us. Left or right is us. Wow, that's a little shocking because the fact that we're the ones driving on the field and just like, oh, it's only a 3-point. And we stop them. Wow, defense is really performing. We are up by 8, which is not a lot. And there it is. They get it. Oh, huge touchdown on the field. Start of the 4th quarter, and they look like they're easily about to score, and they do. It is tied up at 21 all. Good play there. Come on, get a huge play. There you go. 18-yarder to Odell. Keep it going. I'm liking this game plan. Running the ball has worked. With about 4 minutes left, we're up by 7. If we can just get 1 stop. Is that it? Oh, it was already a first down. Huge penalty on the defense. They're probably going to score. They do hit the extra point. Eli Manning has 1 chance here. Late with the ball. Can he clutch this up? He's looking pretty good so far. Kicking the field goal, but with 1:35 left, the Falcons can easily get down the field. That they're doing. Did they just win? Did they lose? Did they miss the field goal? I thought we lost. I was devastated. It should have definitely went to overtime. Not a question. What the hell happened? I wonder if they missed. EA probably just hit him with that running out of time stuff. Eli Manning deserved the win, though. He well outplayed Matt Ryan, all things considered. Look at the rushing attack as well from the Falcons. Defensively, what were we looking at? Ezekiel, good job. Picks, Landon had 1. And I think they actually missed the field goal. If I'm not mistaken, unless he missed one earlier in the game. I have no idea, but we're on to the Super Bowl. And once again, I'll show you guys, we did not cheat. We did not cheat. Where's the cheat? Because it's gone. There ain't no cheat left for you to see. Eli Manning this would be so sick if Eli Manning could, I already showed it. If Eli Manning could win the ring before the retirement, because he's most likely going to retire here. 39 years old, I believe he would become, or maybe he's already 38, or maybe he just turned 38. I don't know. Of course, it's against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Most likely going to be the most devastating loss in Super Bowl history. A legendary ride off into the sunset denied by Big Ben, who might do his very own impression of that. Super Bowl 50-something, and the ball is ours first, which is not a good sign. I don't remember if any of the games we had the ball first. Starting off, running the ball a lot, and it works. Getting down the field quickly. 14-0. Start of the second quarter, obviously very far from over, and they only score 3, though. Defense doing their job. Us finishing with touchdowns has been crucial. Up 11, start of the third quarter. It is their ball. They're driving down strong, and they get only 3. If we would have gotten a touchdown there, it could have been game. It is our ball, though. Come on, guys. Come on, you're looking okay. 3rd and 2, huge run there. Very shocking. We went for a run, and we scored the touchdown with about 5 minutes left. I was going to say that the game's probably over, but then Jesus just happened. It was something about Jews in the Holocaust or something. Oh, Jewish. Juju Smith-Schuster. Jesus Christ. Keep going. Lads, there's no time for this. Did they miss their extra point, by the way? Defense. Oh, my God. Whose team are they on? Which way are they going? Defense just clutched it. What did they sack him 3 times? Oh, my Lord, guys. The defense has been, like, counted up. Did we just win the Super Bowl? They still got a chance, don't they? I don't even know, but we won the Super Bowl. It makes no sense what happened the last 2 games, but guess what? No cheating, obviously. I mean, we don't know what cheating is because I'm not a piece of shit. And we won the Super Bowl, so... Yeah, I was not really expecting, not even close to one of my better rebuilds, even at all. Like, at all. Eli Manning, though, he clutched it. He played his hat. Like, normally with these older quarterbacks, I'm expecting to be able to replace him year 1. It's like, okay, old quarterback, that's not too great of an overall. Did poorly, replaced. But you couldn't do it. In a realistic rebuild, it couldn't be done. It just couldn't be done. Eli Manning played too well. And Odell did not, and he's Super Bowl MVP. Sweet. You're going to have, like, 6 sacks from Olivier Vernon. He's not going to get the award. Because there was a lot of sacks there, at least on the last few drives. So, wouldn't surprise me. There's at least 3 or 4 from one player alone. Mayer with 43 is his overall. Sweet. Oh, it looks like, who's his name? 92. Was there a 92? Maybe I'm thinking of OC at 72. OC human urine. Human urine on your opposing team. Human urine on Odell's freaking haircut because he looked like urine. I'm sorry. Eli Manning. He played okay, but Big Ben definitely played better. Mayer should have been MVP. He was balls out. Maybe that's all the Giants are needing, an elite rushing attack. Juju Smith-Schuster, oh my Lord. He did really well. Defensively, I guess it was just that one situation. JPP, Ezekiel, and Vernon did pretty well. Mike Hilton, the 5'9", like super small dude, got the picks. Didn't kick a single field goal in the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's being good with consistency or just like ruining our opportunities. I don't know. I don't know what goes on, but there should have been a field goal in there. Usually there's field goals. I mean, I don't even know if there's probably ever been a Super Bowl where there isn't a field goal. I would assume. Playoff schedule will show you guys we did not cheat. Last season was pretty phenomenal. Barely, like we were on the last brink. Like a real New York Giants way to win a Super Bowl. Pretty solid. I'll take it. Barely. I do want to see, though, if Eli does retire. It'd be pretty clutch if he does. Clutch for him and us, obviously. Oh, my God. This guy doesn't know how to quit. He's 39. Bro, get the hell out of here. But I don't care because we won the Super Bowl. And, yeah, that's all I care about there, buddy. Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I don't remember. I said something like 500. I know we already hit that. That's why we're doing this rebuild on Wednesday. Haha! But like the video anyways. Why not, Give me a high five. I don't know why Perella was in. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you have any suggestions in the future, you have, you're like, I love fantasy drafts. Screw realistic. Listen, I get those a lot. Send me that. Also, any what-if/experiment ideas, whatever you might have in the old bank, let me know. And, hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!